recognize good. We're all about gratitude and saying thanks and sharing the examples of the good people that volunteer all around us and give all around us. And so today, we're here to say thanks to Carole. So let's do that now. So Carole's stats are pretty incredible. We've done this 109 times before today, since 2010. And we always say, we're dealing with really, incredible people, and every person that we honor is unique. But there's this common thread that we always see of consistency, right? It's over a long period of time. You just don't stop. Whenever you start doing something and you just don't stop, you look back after 10 years and you're like, well, gosh, 1 million pounds, diverted from the landfill, and 9,500 plus, hours at this point. It's just really, but a decade of your life, dedicated to this is no small thing. So thank you from us. We started as basically an online gratitude platform. Kind of the basis of our mission is don't just say thank you privately, say it publicly, because then you've got the chance to inspire other people to be like Carole when they grow up. And so that's how we started. We had this website where you could post a thank you, and then over time we realized that some of those thank yous that came in were thanks for 30 years of volunteerism, or thanks for donating 100 gallons of your blood to the blood bank over the course of your life. We're just like, well, it just seems like that should live somewhere other than our little website. And so we started this program that brings us here today called Recognize Good Legends. And so Legends is a legendary volunteer, and Steph and I know this as we're dealing with some of the submissions. We're like, is that legendary? This is legendary, no doubt. We also run a business-facing program called the Ethics of Business Awards. This is in its 20th year, where we go find businesses that put people above profits, and don't cut corners, and treat people with respect and fairness and kindness, and can prove that. So those are a few of our kind of key programs. There's an extension of this program that I'd like to talk about briefly. So we do this 9 times each year, and then at the end of each calendar year, we celebrate all of our legends together through a gratitude campaign that all of you can help with, called Say Thanks Austin. So it's a month-long campaign, and we're basically trying to see how many times we can get the community to say thank you to one of our 9 participants. And so you can text, you can click, you can fill out a paper ballot, you can hit us up on social media, you can email us, and all of those thank you, those acts of gratitude, we'll look back on after the month and say, Carole, you received 20,000 acts of gratitude just for you. Whoever receives the most out of the 9 participants gets a $10,000 donation in their name to the nonprofit of their choice. So if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. It also kicks every new year off in this habit of finding something to be thankful for every day, which is kind of what we're based around. So we have some things to give you. But first, I was going to invite Jen to say just a few words of thanks and kind of talk about your time here. Please welcome Jen Evans.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's just such a pleasure to be able to get together and to pause, like Joel was saying, just to pause for a moment, just to say thank you to Carole. Carole has been around from the very beginning of ACR. I think a lot of us know that she was there on the first day that we opened our doors in the old center. Worked on the first sale, and so much has changed since then. From the idea, you were there at the idea, and you were there at the first day, and you were there opening up this center as we got kind of things wrapped up around midnight the night before we were trying to open up. But my favorite thing about being able to say thank you right now was working with everyone to put together all of the commentaries and the stories for the application. It was just so nice to be able to reach out to our community and say, can you share a story about Carole, or what does Carole mean to you? And it brought me so much joy to hear all of those stories in one place and to really recognize the impact that you've had for such a long time. I am grateful to you personally. We are deeply indebted to you as an organization. Thank you. And we hope you'll continue for another 10 years. Yeah?
Yeah, 10 more.
You all heard it. Can I get a hug?
Yes. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, Jen. Was anybody else bold enough to say a moment of thanks to Carole?
I'd love to say thanks to Carole.
What is your name?
My name is Jen. I'm the center manager here at ACR. I was the first employee hired. Carole and Rebecca hired me 6 years ago. I remember many days where it was just us in the center. I remember the first day that we made over $1,000 and you guys brought in champagne and we closed the door and we were so excited for that $1,000, and it's just amazing to think how far we've come. And I mentioned something on an Instagram post about you, that you approve board minutes. You know, you're the board president, you'll test sewing machines, you'll jump in a dumpster to get frames. Like there's nothing you won't do, Carole, and this place exists with and for you. And all of my love. Thank you for everything you do.
Well, like I said, we've got a few things to give you here.
Okay.
This we can open later, but this is just a little like a memory box type of thing for you to take home and kind of remember the day.
Yes, thank you.
We have an awesome sponsorship from Crown Trophy off of Brody Lane, who's donating these beautiful awards to each of our legends this year, so you have an actual award to take with you. All right. And then we're going to donate $1,000 in Carole's name to Austin Creative Reuse today.